So online free roam is now in Need for Speed Payback. As you can see, I'm online. There's other players in the world. We're all roaming around, and that's like pretty much what everyone wanted, kind of. This is a very bare bones version of like online free roam. There's no racing, there's no like car meets, there's nothing really other than the actual world, the dealerships, and other players. Why on earth I am in this action view right now, I really don't know. How do I even change view? So it's very obvious that online free roam has its own issues, whether that's, you know, the wraps not loading in for some cars, like for this, for example. There is a wrap on this car, I do promise that. But for whatever reason, it hasn't loaded in. You know, whether it's the lack of modes, whether it's the fact speed lists are still broken, like ranked speed lists. If you win ranked speed list, you will get demoted. It makes no sense to me. So there's still a handful of issues. I'm grateful this is here, obviously. It should have been there at launch, but that's besides the point. You know, it's finally here, and I will be making advantage of this, you know, with videos and stuff. But, you know, there's a lot missing from online free roam. This video is kind of my little wish list for what I want to see personally in the next online free roam update. And it kind of applies to speedless as well. It's kind of like the multiplayer as a whole. These are things that I want to see, and these are things which I feel like could fit really well in the game. So we're going to go ahead and have a bit of a chat about that. I'm going to drive around the open world, get a bit of a discussion going, and obviously you guys can put your input down in the comment section down below. So let's go ahead and get straight into this. Gameplay modes and tracks need to be added. If you play speedless at all, I'm pretty sure you're probably getting absolutely shit bored of the tracks that are in speed lists. Not only that, but the modes as well are pretty boring. I've said lap knockout needs to be a thing for Lord knows how long. You've got casual and ranked, so make ranked, you know, actual racing and stuff, and then have casual, have party modes in casual. It'd be really cool to see a cops and robbers mode in Need for Speed Payback, where maybe your car turns into a police car and you have like a police car livery and stuff. That would be really, really cool. Modes are something which like 100% need to be focused on. It's just one of those things. There's a real lack of it at the moment. Lap knockout is one of those that, like I said a minute ago, I've been asking for ages. It's so easy, you know, to think of actual modes to bring back. You know, there's very few racing games that have any more than the basic, you know, circuit, sprint, and drift modes. It'd be cool to see like speed trap come back and stuff, and I made a full video on that, so the link will be down in the description to that. But you know, modes and tracks are something which needs to be like heavily improved. More specifically, city tracks as well, because there's hardly any city tracks in this game. We obviously have all the miscellaneous issues, which I'm not going to go over like every single one in this video. Little things like my wrap not loading on this car. I spent a lot of time on that wrap, kind of for a series which I'm working on, and it's coming. Yeah, but I spent a while doing that, and not only did I just do it for this car, I did it for a drift car, and I did it for an off-road car, and you can't see them. So why I wasted my time making that wrap, I really don't know. I'm not sure whether this is an Xbox One only issue, but I know it's an issue, and for whatever reason, but like, I can't see my wrap, which is a bit shit. Adding events to online free roam, don't know why that's not already a thing. I couldn't imagine that would have been like awfully hard to add in, like, you know, very similar to 2015 and how that was. Like if I go to the map here, you can literally see I've only got dealerships, the fuel stations, and the repair stations, or the tune-up shops, I should say. So like not even any skill challenges. That's really, really weird. I thought they would have like at least had skill challenges, but there's literally no activities to do in the open world other than like having like impromptu drag races with people in the lobby, which personally I'm not already a big fan of. I assume it's a hardware limitation, but it'd be pretty cool to see more than 8 people in a free roam lobby, just because of how big the map is. I don't really feel like I'm really in this lobby with anyone. You kind of need to have friends to play online free roam, and that's something which like I can imagine if you're not really part of like a community or anything, that's probably going to be a bit tough. Balancing of cars is another thing which I don't understand why that hasn't been fixed yet. The Beetle and the Regera, and there's a few of the cars here and there on the RSR, very, very OP. Balancing needs to happen. I don't know why that hasn't been a thing. You know, the fact that cars are still OP from the last game, something which needs to be addressed. To be honest, if you look through it, it's just content really. More content is needed. Like the base is good. We've actually finally got a foundation for something which can grow and become better, and obviously they are looking to make that better, but at this point now I think it's just making that foundation, you know, like grow and adding things of interest, like cops and robbers mode, like infected, like king, like lap knockout, like speed trap events, like, you know, car meets, all that kind of thing. Clubs is a thing which I'd love to see. I think at this point now for the game and where the game is, they kind of just need to add more actual physical content. I hope it comes soon, because like we waited so long for this and it was a bit underwhelming. I can imagine why people would be annoyed, you know, assuming to get a big FREEROAM update and it really only comes out just to be bare bones, nothing really to do in the open world other than just cruise. So I can understand why people would be annoyed with that. I completely get it, but at the same time, it's one of those things. I guess these things just take time, and with how the game was structured, probably wasn't possible just to like easily add it in. But like, that's besides the point. Right now, what they need to focus on doing is adding in more stuff. So I'm really interested to see what you guys think about what stuff they should add. I kind of mentioned a few modes and stuff here and there and a few content ideas, you know. The whole thing about car meets and stuff and actually having full like hangouts and stuff would be really, really cool. Maybe where you can go ahead and walk around and see other players' cars. Again, that's like a very test drive-esque thing, but I feel like with the amount of customization in this game, that would be really cool. The addition of like missing single player stuff as well, I think is needed. And honestly, at this point, the only real thing like that is going to stop us getting that kind of stuff is time. I can imagine they're already working on the next update, to be quite frank. Like, I imagine they're probably working on it right now. And I just hope whatever's in that update, it's like enough to keep people going. For me, catch-up packs was the one standout thing in this last update, which really kind of brought me back into the game. It's the reason why I'm playing Need for Speed again, is because I can actually be competitive in speed lists and, you know, use other cars and stuff, and it's actually really, really interesting. As where before, well, that wasn't the case. Catch-up packs, in my humble opinion at least, have saved this game for me, and I know I'm speaking for a lot of other people who do play speedless when I'm saying that. Like, this genuinely, that one simple addition, it's such a simple addition, but it literally saved the game. It's made other issues like balancing a lot more apparent, but for the most part, I'd say catch-up packs were the best part of the most recent update. Yes, online FREEROAM's good, but for me and just like my I'm very competitive, and being able to play speedless again and actually like be competitive, that's something which I just much prefer over anything online FREEROAM can offer. Anyway, that's been it for this video. Like I said, I will be doing videos with some people on online FREEROAM in the future and stuff. I just kind of wanted to give an overview of what I thought of this update as a whole, because obviously it's been out for a few days now. We've had a chance to kind of play it and go through it. And like I said, I've been playing a lot more Need for Speed Payback than I did previously, so that's obviously a good sign. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have an awesome, stay safe, and peace.